Mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment, and it's paying attention in a particular way because we're paying attention in a friendly way, in a non-judgmental way. We're moving into the body and out of being on autopilot. So most of the time we're caught either in the past or in the future with our thoughts, and we're really missing what's going on in this moment.
A lot of people think, well, I'm paying attention all the time. I'm here in my life. But really, in this moment, a lot of us aren't right here. Where are we, right? We're either rehearsing the future in planning mind, thinking, what do I have to do next, and next, and next? Or maybe we're rehashing the past, thinking about what happened before, and I should have said this instead of that. So between all the rehearsing and the rehashing, we forget that this moment right here is when we're alive.
Mindfulness is a pause button, so that you can just stop and be there and stop the mind chatter, stop the worry and the anxiety, or at least put it at bay.
So it's this very, it can feel actually pretty paradoxical what we're doing or what we ask people to do. And we have a saying that the fastest way in this practice to get from A to B is actually to be fully at A.
Mindfulness gives me a chance to kind of center myself and just think about one thing at a time and just allow my brain to take a moment to relax.
Mindfulness is not something that is foreign to us, so we all know how to do that, so we all know how to be present. It is just something that we are not trained to be in this place more often. So the training really helps us not to only be mindful for a moment, but to stay in that moment. Or when the mind wanders off, which is what we will do, of course, you just bring it back. And so the process of really learning mindfulness is to bring the mind back, but gently, and not judging yourself that the mind wanders off. This is just a normal thing that it will do. So in meditation or mindfulness practice, we have distinguished between formal and informal practice. So formal practice is when we take the time to just meditate, just to be in the present moment. And we can do that sitting, focusing on our breath. We can do that walking, feeling our feet. We can do that lying down, feeling into our entire body, but we're doing nothing else during that time. And then in informal practice, we are paying attention to what we are already doing, like we're drinking a cup of coffee, or we're petting the dog, or we are driving our car. So that would be informal practice. So we're using all of our senses to bring it to that activity in that moment and noticing what is really here compared to what I think is here.
So sometimes it's helpful to think about what mindfulness is not. Mindfulness is not a religion. What we're teaching here is a secular practice that can help people from all walks of life. And it's not an experience enhancer either. It's just the ability to be with our present moment experience just as we are with kindness. And through our mindfulness practice, we learn some essential things. We have this constant discrepancy analyzer, the way life should be, minus the way life actually is in our minds, equals how much our life sucks. And we're doing that constantly in each moment.
And when we can allow ourselves just to be present with whatever is here in this moment, we'll notice that this moment actually might not be so bad.
Some people coming to this practice have this sense that, oh, I should be feeling relaxed, or I should have a particular outcome with this. And that striving in and of itself is a barrier to doing the practice. We're falling a little bit into receptivity.
So it's very curious because we actually don't know what makes us being mindful. So I mean, if something happened like there's a loud sound or something, then of course you're mindful. But then sometimes you just walk down the street and you notice suddenly your feet, or you notice the sun or the trees or whatever. Why we have that, we don't know. But what we do know is how we can get more of those moments, which is by practicing mindfulness. So that's another really good reason to have a regular mindfulness practice, let's say even like 10 minutes every day, and people really, really feel different throughout their entire day because it's easier for them to remember to be mindful.
Training veterans to pay attention to the present moment with kindness is a fantastic intervention across a number of diagnostic presentations for not just mental health patients, but for patients with a lot of physical suffering, for chronic ailments, and for chronic pain.